Hi and good morning. Welcome to the Football Tribe YouTube channel. My name is Robert K. Sarkos, and today I'm here to bring you the latest from the world of sport, especially in transfers across the Premier League. Now, a lot has happened in the last 24 hours as far as transfers go. So, let's get it started. We will begin off with Anfield, where Liverpool have agreed £111 million for Brighton midfielder Moses Caicedo. Liverpool put it in their bid last night. It was an open bid as Brighton set a deadline for a transfer for the 21-year Ecuadorian midfielder who they put on the market. Now, Chelsea have been pursuing the player for as far as I can remember. That has been all summer. They had interest that dates as far back as January, during the January transfer window when Arsenal bid £75 million, but that bid was turned down. But last night, Chelsea went in with another bid, having had their third bid of about £80 million rejected. They went in last night with a bid of £100 million, but Liverpool blew them out of the water with their £111 million for the young defensive midfielder. Now, it's reported that the midfielder will have his medical today to complete his move to Liverpool. So Caicedo will be the second player that Liverpool have bought from Brighton after the recruitment of Alex McAllister earlier on in the summer. And it is also reported that Brighton will have a future sell-on clause should Liverpool choose to sell the player. So that's the news. That's the big news across England this morning, across the Premier League. Moses Caicedo to Liverpool. What does that mean for the pursuit of Lavia from Southampton? I think that will be put to an end. Perhaps they will leave that for Chelsea, who also have an interest there, despite them having signed US international Tyler Adams from Leeds United, a defensive midfielder, for about £20 million. Elsewhere, Tottenham Hotspurs, having accepted a bid of €100 million for striker Harry Kane, have allowed the striker to travel to Germany to have his medicals done. Now, according to The Athletic, the deal will be up to €120 million with add-ons included, but the guaranteed fee is €100 million for the 30-year-old striker Harry Kane, who scored 30 Premier League goals last campaign. So we expect Harry Kane's transfer to move fast because Bayern Munich want him to actually feature for them as they play RB Leipzig in the German Super Cup on Saturday. Now, the German Super Cup is the version of the Community Shield. The other side, it's played between the winner of the Bundesliga and the DFB Pokal. So we will be waiting to see how that deal progresses. But reports say that Harry Kane has been permitted to fly to Germany to have his medicals done and complete the deal. In other news, at Manchester United, midfielder Fred has been also allowed to travel to Turkey to complete his move to Fenerbahce in a deal about €15 million, while United remain in the pursuit for Fiorentina midfielder Sofian Amrabat. Now, they're not the only ones in the race, although it is reported that they retain the upper hand in signing the Moroccan international. Juventus is the other team interested in signing Sofian Amrabat, but it is also suggested that he would prefer a move to the English Premier League rather than staying in the Italian Serie A, especially knowing that United come with a promise, not just a promise, but a guarantee of UEFA Champions League, whereas we all know Juventus' troubles with all their bans, and they won't be playing in the Champions League or any European competition this season. Elsewhere, again, moving on in Spain. Now, there is big news in Spain after Real Madrid goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois suffered a big injury. He suffered an interior cruciate ligament injury that will see him out for 9 to 10 months. That happened in the last couple of hours, and it is said that Real Madrid are looking for an emergency goalkeeper. Now, on top of their list is former Manchester United goalkeeper David De Gea, who they almost signed about 8 years ago, but that deal collapsed. He's now a free agent, having left Manchester United, who replaced him with Andre Onana. But it is also reported in Spain that Real Madrid have Sevilla goalkeeper Bono on their list. He would cost them about 20 million euros. So that one is also another deal to keep our eyes on and see what solution Madrid will have before La Liga kicks off in the very near future. Then we move to France, where the transfers have been made with the saga of Kylian Mbappe and PSG. Now at PSG, Kylian Mbappe says he won't sign a new contract. PSG officials say he won't play until he signs a new contract. Else he should be open to being sold to the highest bidder. Now we know that Mbappe refused to move to Saudi Arabia, where the team Al Hilal had bid a record transfer fee of 300 million euros for him, with a guaranteed salary of about 700 million euros. But he refused to speak to the officials of Al Hilal, despite PSG having accepted the offer on table. It was in the form of a 1-year loan to then allow him to go to Real Madrid after 1 season. However, that did not happen. So he remains adamant that he wants to play at Paris Saint-Germain this season, while PSG say they want to get something out of him. He either leaves, or if he's to stay, he signs a new contract. Now that will continue to rumble on throughout the course of the transfer window. We don't know which way it will end, but PSG officials believe that Kylian Mbappe has an agreement to join Real Madrid as a free agent next summer. That means he will get a huge huge sign-on fees as a free agent. So we wait to see how that will move on. Still at PSG, Neymar wants out. The Brazilian international wants out of PSG. Now, where does he go, and how much do PSG want for the player? Luis Enrique is open to letting him go. There's a potential return for him to Barcelona, but it is reported that whereas Laporta would want him back, Xavi and his technical team wouldn't want him back at Barcelona. So we also await to see how that will span on. There's a time he said that he would want to end his playing career in the MSL, so he would be open to moving to the MSL, where Messi has already joined at Inter Miami and is loving football there. PSG have slapped an £80 million price tag to up to 120, depending on who is bidding for Neymar. Remember, Neymar joined PSG in 2017 in a world record transfer fee of 220 million euros from Barcelona, and he's largely been a great success at PSG, despite failing to help them win the UEFA Champions League. So those are the biggest stories across the world of transfers in the English Premier League and beyond. So just to do a simple recap, Moses Caicedo to Liverpool is on, Harry Kane to Bayern Munich, whereas Fred to Fenerbahce are all deals that are moving forward. Tyler Adams to Chelsea, that one is as good as done, while Arsenal await on progress for David Raya, the goalkeeper there from Brentford, among many others. So thank you for watching, and do not forget to like, comment, share and subscribe as we chase for 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.